So, since the World Cup starts tomorrow of all days, I want to give you my quick predictions for the World Cup. And I will not be showing my face in this video because, I'm going to be sobbing throughout because the USA is not going to be involved in the tournament. But the tournament must go on and I must make my predictions. So let's start it out with Group A. We have Egypt, Russia, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia. And we start the tournament tomorrow with Russia and Saudi Arabia, but I think that's going to be irrelevant because I think the winner of the group will be Uruguay, and then Egypt will finish in second. And yes, I have Egypt finishing ahead of Russia, and it's mostly because Salah, and he might be hurt because of the Champions League final when he got hurt and taken down by Sergio Ramos, but I still think Egypt's going to finish in second. So it will be Uruguay and Egypt going through, with Uruguay finishing first in Group B. And then we go on to Group B. Group B. I said Group A. I meant Group A is going to be won by Uruguay. Group B, here we have Iran, Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. And don't sleep on Iran and Morocco, but maybe you should sleep on them because we have Portugal and Spain. You have Ronaldo and Portugal versus Spain. Spain might have a stronger team than Portugal altogether, but I still think Portugal is going to win the group. So bye-bye to Iran and Morocco, and say first in the group to Portugal, with Spain finishing second. Now let's move to Group C with France, Australia, Denmark, and Peru. And I think France is a heavy favorite in the group, and I think they're definitely going to finish first in the group. And then it's a toss-up, I think, between Denmark and Peru, but I am going to go with Peru finishing second in the group. So it's France and Peru moving on to the knockout rounds. It's on the Group D with Messi and Argentina, Croatia, Nigeria, and Iceland. I think you have a cool story in Iceland making their first World Cup, and they made a lot of noise in the Euros a couple years ago. And Nigeria have probably the most badass kits. They're definitely the most attention-worthy kits of the tournament, whether you like them or not. I think they're actually kind of cool. But neither of those teams are going to make it through because it's going to be Messi and Argentina and Croatia moving through. Messi and Argentina get the #1 spot out of Group D. Then the Group B, we got Brazil, we got Costa Rica, we have Serbia, and we have Switzerland. And Brazil, I think, is a strong pick to win the group. Costa Rica's there. Costa Rica, of course, made a lot of noise in the World Cup 4 years ago, beating England, beating Italy. They pulled up upsets. They made it to the round of 8. And I don't think that's going to happen this World Cup because they're placed in a tough group with Serbia and Switzerland and Brazil. So I don't think they're going to make it through. And so Serbia and Switzerland being the two that I think are going to be equal to each other, but I'm going to pick Switzerland to make it out of the group, finishing second with Brazil. So it's Brazil and Switzerland making it out of Group B. Come here. Now the Group F is a group that a lot of people in the States are paying attention to because it's Mexico. Mexico's in this group with Germany, Korea, and Sweden, and they got the group of death. I guess since USA isn't in the tournament, Mexico had to get the group of death. And they're going to face Germany right off the bat. Tough schedule. But I think they're going to make it through, with Germany finishing first, of course. And we have Mexico and Sweden facing off in the last game of the group. And I think that's going to be the game of the group because that's going to decide who's going to make it out of the group in second. But I do have Mexico. Maybe it's just my hopes of Mexico making it out of the group, but I'm just going to pick them. So goodbye to Korea and Sweden. Now to Group G, we got England, we got Belgium, we got Panama, we got Tunisia. There's really only 2 strong teams in this group. So I would say goodbye to Panama and Tunisia. Sorry guys, but you guys aren't going to make it through this group. So it's between England and Belgium for the #1 spot. And I got Belgium taking the #1 spot over England in Group G. So I think England's going to make out the group this time. But they aren't going to get the #1 spot. That's for sure. That's from my point of view, I guess. And finally, Group H, we have Colombia, we have Japan, we have Senegal, and we have Poland. So this one's a tough one for me because I didn't know really who would come out of this group. And I'm going to go with Colombia, of course, to win the group. But then the second, we got Japan and Poland, in which were the 2 teams I was like decide between. I was like, should I pick Poland because they're strong, but Japan could get out of that group also. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Japan, and I'm gonna say goodbye to Senegal and Poland out of Group H. So yeah, those are your groups. Let's go to the knockout stages. So now let's move to the round of 16. So here we go with Uruguay and Spain. I think this will be a tough matchup to predict a winner. You got a tough squad of Uruguay, but I think Spain is just more heavily loaded. So I think they're going to move on past Uruguay and into the round of 8. And then we have France and Croatia. And this one's a little easier for me to pick. And I'm going to go with France moving on to take on Spain in the quarterfinal. Down at the bottom here, we have Brazil against Mexico, and this is where Mexico's run will end because I have Brazil, of course, moving on. But yeah, valiant effort for Mexico getting out of the group of death. And then finally, we have Belgium and Japan, if I get these right here, these flags. So yeah, Belgium is a strong team, and I think they're going to move on to the quarterfinal, beating Japan, and they will face Brazil in the quarterfinal. And moving on to the other side of the bracket, we have Portugal and Egypt. And once again, we will have Ronaldo's team getting the win over Salah's team, even though Salah didn't play the whole match. But it will be Portugal moving ahead of Egypt and into the round of 8. And then, of course, we have Argentina and Peru, battle of two CONMEBOL teams from South America. But Messi and Argentina are going to be too much for the Peruvians. I think that's what they're called, but I may be wrong. Sorry if I got that wrong. But Peru is, done after that as Argentina moves on. Then we go to Germany and Switzerland. And this one, I don't think it's going to be a contest at all. And I think Germany may win this like 3 or 4-0. And Germany, with that strong team, will move on to the quarterfinal. And who will they face? It's going to be between Colombia and England. So yeah, Colombia is a strong line with James Ramirez. England's got a strong lineup. But yeah, I think this is where England is finally going to get through. And they're going to move on to the quarterfinal with that strong lineup. So we'll see England and Germany once again meeting up in a quarterfinal. So here we go, quarterfinal, Spain and France matching up, two strong sides out of Europe, but I think it's going to be France moving on to the semifinal past Spain. So yeah, that may be a bold statement, but France has got a strong squad coming into this World Cup. So yeah, I like them favored heavily in this tournament. And now to Brazil and Belgium. So do we have an upset on our hands right here? Well, I think we do, because Belgium is going to move on past Brazil. So Brazil has had bad luck in the World Cup probably the last few years. You want to call it bad luck, probably not. But yeah, Belgium's going to move past them, if you want to call it an upset, because they got a great squad in Belgium. So we'll be Belgium and France in the semifinal of the World Cup. And now on to Portugal and Argentina. I think this is the matchup most people are wanting in this World Cup, Messi and Ronaldo. So yeah, have at it. Who is going to move on? Well, this could be an upset also, but I'm going to have Portugal moving on to the semifinal past Messi and Argentina. So the World Cup runners-up last year will be knocked out in the quarterfinals. And to the ever so classic matchup of Germany and England. I think this is going to be a great matchup. I think it's going to take PKs, but I think it's going to be Germany moving on past England. So heartbreak for England once again in the quarterfinal as they lose to the Germans. But yeah, we have valiant effort for England in this World Cup. But who knows? Maybe they'll move on. These are just my predictions. And now to the World Cup semifinals. It is France and Belgium. And these are going to be some stars in this game. And yeah, France has got a strong squad, as I said. But something about Belgium, I don't know. Some people were picking them as a dark horse in this tournament. And I, for one, agree, because I'm going to pick Belgium moving on to the World Cup final. And who will they face? And then we go to Germany and Portugal for the right to get into the final. And yeah, Ronaldo's good, but I don't think he's good enough to get past Germany on that star-studded squad. And I think it's going to be Germany moving on to the World Cup final to face Belgium. So here we go, the World Cup final. It's Belgium and Germany. And yeah, you like that drawing right there? That's some nice drawing by, yeah, yours truly. So Belgium and Germany, the battle of two flags that look so much alike. And I think this would be a great final. Star-studded squad in Germany, and then you got the dark horses in Belgium. It's going to be a great game. I think this is going to go to extra time once again, but I think it's Germany who's going to win 3-2 in a classic final. So Germany is your World Cup champion. Don't you love a good underdog story? Yeah, so yeah, what are your predictions for the World Cup? Who do you have winning it? Who do you have winning each group? Tell me down below. And yeah, who are your favorites to win it? Who are your dark horses? Tell me down below. These are just my predictions. Probably these predictions aren't gonna come true, but we'll see. But yeah, for all that, hopefully it's a good World Cup, even though USA's not in it, but I'm going to be watching from the couch, and I'm going to be probably sobbing still, because yeah, I really want the USA to be in it. But who knows? We'll see. Future is bright for the US. So until next time, folks, hope you enjoy watching the World Cup. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I am out.